Good morning, children. In my last class, I had explained about the marking of irrational number on the number line. We had also taken up the exercises following it. Now, the only method which is left out in this particular chapter is the geometric method. Geometric method means those type of sums which are in the form of square root. Say square root of 4.3, if it is to be marked, it will be slightly difficult. If it is root of 3, it is easier. Root of 17 is easier. But if it is root of 3.5, 4.8 or square root of 17.3, then it becomes slightly difficult. So how should you work it out? For that, we will first derive it for this root of x, where x stands for any decimal number. Okay, so whichever value is given to you, say if x is given, you will mark that x value AB. The AB distance will be taken as x value. Okay, and then 1 more centimeter to it. So total AC will be x plus 1. Did you understand? With numerical value, when I explain, it will be more clear. So AB, you mark it as x on the number line, and 1 more centimeter extra you take. So AC will be x plus 1. Now find the midpoint of AC, that will be O. And then once you get the O value, now you have to find out what is OD. How will you find it out? So look up over here. AB is x, BC is 1, so AC is x plus 1. This is very clear to you. So AO, OD and OC will be the radii of this particular semicircle. How did you draw the semicircle? Center O you have got. AO is the radius. You can convert it into a semicircle. With center O and this much as the radius, you will draw a semicircle. Putting the point away and the pencil you stretch away, you can make it into a semicircle. So AO, OD and OC will be the radius. So what will be the radius equal to? Half of the diameter. Diameter means AC is x plus 1. So x plus 1 upon 2 will be AO, OD, OB, OC. Clear? Now if I want to find out what is OB, OB will be how much? It will be full AB minus AO. AB minus AO will be OB. So OB is equal to AB is x and AO is x plus 1 upon 2. So if you subtract it, you will get 2 LCM, 2x minus x minus 1. This minus sign will be applicable inside. So twice x minus 1 will give me x minus 1 upon 2. So OB value I am having with me. Clear? So in the triangle ODB, now how did you get the D? At the point B, you place the protractor. Remember earlier I taught you how to place a protractor. You place the protractor, obtain the 90 degree mark and then draw a straight segment. Joining that 90 mark to the B, when you join, you will stop till the semicircle. So that will be the point D. Clear? Protractor you place at B, obtain the 90 mark. From 90 mark you join to B, but don't draw at the outer side. The segment will cut the semicircle at point D. So that is your perpendicular. So in triangle DOB, this is a right angle. So OD square will be OB square plus BD square. That is Pythagoras rule. So in that part, you substitute the values. What is OD? OD is x plus 1 upon 2. What is OB? OB you derived just now, x minus 1 upon 2 and BD square. So if I want to find out BD square, it will be equal to x plus 1 upon 2 whole square minus x minus 1 upon 2 whole square. If you try to open it up, this will be a plus b whole square identity. So x square plus 2x plus 1 whole upon 4, x square minus 2x plus 1 whole upon 4. But this minus sign is there, so the sign will change. So minus x square plus 2x minus 1. If you take together, the sign will change over here. And hence what will be left out? 2x plus x will be 4x and 4x upon 4 will be left out. Clear? So 4x upon 4 means x. So BD square is x, so BD will be root of x. Which means this value which you have marked over here, this value BD is actually root of x. So if I want to mark it onto the number line, this is your number line. When you extend it further, that's the number line. Where this is O, starting point 0. Okay. So now from B to D, you stretch your compass. Okay. And then bring it down. From B as a point and your pencil stretches up till D. So take this distance BD and then you rotate it. Where it touches the axis, that is your root x distance. Clear or not? Now with a numerical value, let us see. Suppose you have to mark 5.5. Root 5.5 is to be marked. So for that, what should you do? Take the distance 5.5, which is given as AB. 1 centimeter more to it, that will be BC. So together AC will be 6.5. Correct? AB is 5.5 here drawn. Then BC 1 more centimeter. So total AC will be 6.5. Half of 6.5 will be the point O. Isn't it? Now with center O and radius AO, you draw a semicircle which will touch at C. Okay. Once it touches at C, you will put the protractor at B, mark the 90 mark, okay, and then join that 90 mark to B such that it cuts the circle at D. So this is your perpendicular distance BD. Now how will you know that BD is 5.5 root? BD is root 5.5. How will you confirm it? For that, the calculation is explained over here. AC is total 6.5. Am I right? So AO, OD and OC, all the three will be radii, that will be 6.5 by 2. So what will be OB equal to? OB will be full AB minus AO. AO is 6.5 by 2. So AB is 5.5. From that 6.5 by 2, if you remove, you will get 4.5 by 2. So in the triangle ODB, where is the triangle ODB? This right angle triangle. In the triangle ODB, BD square is OD square minus OB square. Can I directly write like that? Yes. So 6.5 by 2 the whole square minus 4.5 by 2 the whole square. So A square minus B square, you can write it as A minus B and A plus B identity. So 6.5 by 2 minus 4.5 by 2, 6.5 by 2 plus 4.5 by 2. This will give me 2 by 2 and this will give me 11 by 2. So 11 by 2 is 5.5, so BD will be square root of 5.5. Understood? That is how you get this distance BD, root 5.5. So take this measurement and then bring it down, that will be root 5.5 on the number line. One more value, which is 9.3, square root of 9.3. This is a sum of your exercise, 1.5. They have said mark this number on the number line. So 9.3 you will take as the AB measurement, 1 more centimeter, that will be BC, so total AC will be 10.3. Correct? So if you want to find out AO, OD and OC, that will be 10.3 by 2 because they are the radii. I told you O as the center and semicircle you make it. Okay, then at B you place the protractor, obtain the point 90 and then join it. That will give you the BD distance. Did you understand? Okay, now in this triangle BOD, you will get BD square is equal to OD square minus BO square. OD square minus BO square. But what is BO? BO will be equal to 9.3 minus 10.3 by 2. Correct? That will come to 18.6 minus 10.3. LCM I have taken, nothing else. 9.3 into 2 is 18.6 minus 10.3 upon 2 gives me 8.3 upon 2. I hope this calculation part is very clear. It's LCM calculation, nothing else. So this value of BO is 8.3 by 2, which we will substitute over here. OD is how much? 10.3 by 2. What is BO? 8.3 by 2. So these two values we will substitute in the sum. So here you are having it. 10.3 by 2 the whole square minus 8.3 by 2 the whole square will give me 10.3 by 2 minus 8.3 by 2, and 10.3 by 2 plus 8.3 by 2. This is difference of square. A minus B, A plus B. So 2 by 2, this value will give me 2 by 2 and this value will give me 18.6 by 2. That comes to 9.3. So BD value is square root of 9.3. Now where will you mark this BD 9.3? Here it is. See? This is the BD distance, 9.3. So take this distance and then bring it down. Okay, like that you bring it down. Here you will get approximately 9.3. Square root of 9.3. Understood or not? Okay. Now, the remaining type of sums in this chapter are can rational and irrational numbers be added. So here you are having 5 and root 7, 2 and root 5. These two are to be multiplied. This is a rational, this is irrational, rational, irrational. So when such numbers are to be multiplied, you will directly expand it as you learned in primary classes. 5 2s are 10, 5 into root 5, 2 into root 7 and root 7 into root 5. So all the numbers are different, you can't add or subtract. Correct? Next number is 5 plus root 5, 5 minus root 5. So 5 square minus root 5 square will be 25 minus 5, that is 20. Because this is difference of square, a minus b, a plus b. Means mathematical operations can be performed with rational and irrational numbers. The next number which you have is root 3 plus root 7 the whole square. This is a plus b the whole square. So a square plus 2ab plus b square. So root 3 the whole square, 2 into root 3 into root 7 plus root 7 the square. Root 3 the square will be 3 and root 7 the square will be 7. 2 into root 3 root 7 will be 2 root 21. So 3 plus 7 is 10 plus 2 root 21. Clear? So this is perfect square method which we have done. Next you have is 1 upon 7 plus 3 root 2 plus 7 minus 3. So next particular type is you have to rationalize it. In the denominator, here in all these cases the irrational number was in the numerator, so there was no problem. But if you have an irrational number in a denominator, you cannot leave it like that. You will have to rationalize it. So if I want to rationalize this particular number, what should I do? I will multiply by its opposite sign. 7 plus 3 root 2 will be multiplied by 7 minus 3 root 2. So I will have to multiply the same number above, otherwise the question will change. So now this term multiplied by 1 will be 7 minus 3 root 2. And denominator will be a plus b, a minus b form, that is a square minus b square. So a square means 7 7s are 49 and b square is 3 3s are 9 and root 2 is 2. So 9 2s are 18. 49 minus 18 will give me 31. Understood the sum? Denominator is a plus b, a minus b, so a square minus b square identity we have used. Next sum you have is, if it is 1 upon root 2 given, then root 2 is an irrational number. So you'll have to rationalize it by multiplying numerator denominator by root 2. So you'll get root 2 upon 2. But if it is root 8 in the denominator, then will you multiply root 8 upon root 8? No, it is not necessary. Instead you can take a least number, lesser number over here. So lesser number when you are taking, you will have root 2 upon root 2 multiplying instead of root 8. So it will be root 2 upon root 16. Isn't it? Root 2 upon 16. Root 2 upon 16 will come to root 2 upon 4. Correct? Because root 16 is 4. Now, these sums you will come across in 1.5. So all this what I explained was the examples. Right? So based on these examples or this type of sums you come across in exercise 1.5. In exercise 1.5, the first question is you have to determine whether they are irrational or irrational, given questions. Out of that, first, fourth and fifth are irrational because see, this is irrational number in the numerator. You can't do anything to it. 2 minus root 5 will remain as it is. 1 upon root 2 is again a irrational number because even if you rationalize the denominator, you will still have a irrational number in the numerator. So this is entirely an irrational number. 2 root 5 is also an irrational number. But the second question given is 3 plus root 23 minus root 23. So here this 2 cancels out, left out is 3. And the final answer is a rational number. 2 root 7 upon 7 root 7. Here the root 7s cancels out, so 2 upon 7 is a rational number. So out of all the 5 numbers, 1, 4 and 5, they cannot be solved further, they will be irrational only. But 2 and 3 can be solved into a rational number. Second question, 3 plus root 3, 2 plus 2 root 2. 2 plus root 2. So what should you do? Expand it. 3 2s are 6, 3 into root 2, 2 into root 3 and root 3 into root 2, root 6. You can't add or subtract because all are different numbers. Second, 3 plus root 3, 3 minus root 3. So 3 square minus root 3 square will give me 6. Correct? Okay. Root 5 plus root 2 whole square means, just now we did it. It is perfect square. So root 5 whole square plus 2ab, that is 2 into root 5 into root 2 plus root 2 square. So root 5 square will be 5, 2 root 10 and root 2 ka square is 2. 5 and 2 together 7. 7 plus 2 root 10. Next number you have is root 5 minus root 2, root 5 plus root 2. That will be 5 minus 2. Which method? Perfect, difference of square. So root 5 minus root 2 will give me 5 minus 2, 3. Okay. So these are the questions which are there in the second one. Third question is not to be done. Fourth one I already explained, root 9.3. How to mark it, just now I showed you. So now we move on to the fifth one. In the fifth one you are having rationalize the denominator. So just now I explained 1 upon root 7 is given in the question. You will rationalize it by multiplying by root 7 upon root 7. That will give me root 7 upon 7. Then 1 upon root 7 minus root 6 is the second question given. If I want to rationalize it, multiply by plus root 6, isn't it? So root 7 plus root 6, root 7 plus root 6. When you multiply it, the numerator will remain root 7 plus root 6, but denominator will become root 7 square is 7, root 6 square is 6, 7 minus 6 is 1. Clear? Okay. Then comes the third question. 1 upon root 5 minus root 2. You will multiply by root 5 plus root 2. So root 5 plus root 2 will be in the numerator. Root 5 square will be 5. Root 2 square will be 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. The fourth and the final sum over there is 1 upon root 7 minus 2. So you multiply by root 7 plus 2. And divide also by root 7 plus 2. So root 7 upon root 7 plus 2 will be in the numerator. Denominator will be root 7 square is 7 minus 2 ka square is 4. That will come to root 7 plus 2 upon 3. Correct? So what you find over here is all the sums, when you have to rationalize it in the denominator especially, you convert it into a plus b, a minus b form. Okay. So now we will move into exercise 1.6. So in exercise 1.6 entirely deals with the rational indices. Rational indices you have learnt in 9th standard. So based on rational indices, the 1.6 exercise is to be taken up. So please pay attention to this particular part. In rational indices you have learned that when the bases are same, the powers will be added. And if the base, that is in multiplication, the bases are same, then in multiplication the powers are added. When the bases are same and there is a division sign, then the powers are subtracted, isn't it? And if there are two different bases and both of them are having the same power, then the bases will be put in one bracket and the power will be taken out common. Yes or no? So all this we'll take up in 1.6.